Welcome to Being the Best Healer. This is going to be an example session for you to sit through. I'm going to sacred space hold you, and you can feel into, this is how it works. This is helpful. That was helpful. That wasn't helpful. And it might help you refine how you hold space. And I really hope that it's helpful and it's valuable. So the first points for me when I'm holding space is, first of all, safety. So I'm going to open the sacred container, and that for me is calling in the directions, the 7 shamanic directions: south, west, north, east, mother, father. So you have duality, and the heart, opening the heart, sinking into the body, being with oneself. So feeling safe in the body. We're then going to use a few techniques to regulate the nervous system, come into safety and spaciousness within the body. So holding space is creating sacred space and allowing the person to feel into spaciousness. Then we're going to use the wisdom of the body to see what's present. Literally feel into the wisdom of the body and see what's alive, what's present, where there's potential blocks, and just move into that and feel. So what maybe many space holders don't quite understand is the nature of trauma, and they might not necessarily be trauma informed. So the way I like to think about trauma is that it's bound energy, just bound, trapped energy that hasn't fully completed. This could be bound energy in the body, bound energy in the mind, and also bound energy in the energy body. So mind, body, soul. You can have this contracted energy on all versions of self: mind, body, soul. And this is usually events that happened in the past that were too quick, too fast, too soon, and the being didn't have a chance to fully complete that moment because it was too fast, too soon, too quick, and it was interrupted. It wasn't fully felt, therefore it has been suppressed and stored. I call it stored in fear, because there are two versions of, we're in this relative reality. So this is my 3 sides of the coin. Experiences can be a little bit locked and trapped in fear. The same experience can be held in love. So it is imprinting that experience in both so that it has a chance to fully feel and complete. And this is where somebody might meet up with parts of themselves that are afraid of their anger, for example. They're worried that their grief is going to swallow them, so therefore they don't want to feel it fully. And whatever those blocks and potentially limiting beliefs are to fully feeling what they need to feel. So as a sacred space holder, you just give the person space. There's no pushing, there's no rush to get there. It's not important to direct somebody into their trauma and make them feel what they haven't wanted to feel. It's the wisdom of the body that will emerge and naturally complete when it is given sacred space to be able to do so. So if the person is having an emotional reaction, the space holder will hold space and welcome what is. Usually things have also been incomplete, pressed down, because the person has assumed this part of me is not going to be loved. If I show this part of me, it's going to be rejected or ejected. It isn't safe for this part of me to be here. So our job as a safe, sacred space holder is to welcome what is. You are safe here. You are safe to feel and complete what needs to be completed. So we love what is, welcome what is, allow any emotional release, any emotional wave. Okay? There are a few caveats here. Because if somebody is trapped in a story, they will be creating that emotion. So that's why in this simple sacred space session, we take the words off the table. This isn't talking therapy, and the person is not going to be talking. They're not going to be reliving their story and their experience and talking about it, because they will be creating a fake emotion in the body. So this is holding spaciousness in silence for them to feel their body, so that they don't get trapped in a story. They are not recycling the traumatic kink that gets patterned, stopped, and doesn't get a chance to fully feel, because they're creating, relooping the story, right? Anything else to say before we begin? I think that's everything. Yes. I won't go into trauma-informed too much. There's a lot more on that subject. If you want to be fully trauma-informed, know all the different types of trauma, that you will need to take the training to understand really what that is. But for the purpose of this session, I'll start the sacred space holding session so you know the feeling of shamanic directions, what we offer. And if you like it and you get a lot out of it and you want to continue doing the training to understand why things are the way that they are, be a bit more trauma informed, understand more advanced healing techniques, then absolutely you can continue. So I'm just going to invite you, if it feels good, to place a hand on your upper chest to connect with yourself. Nice. Closing the eyes if it feels safe to do so. And placing your other hand on your body any way you like, if that as well feels good. Bringing yourself into yourself. And maybe it feels good to lengthen your spine a little bit. Bringing your awareness to your breathing, dropping your breath. And I'd like to invite you into a few deep breaths into your belly, where you release the breath on a hum. And this humming vibration is just to delicately relax your nervous system. And I wonder if your thoughts have access to a place of personal security as you continue lengthening your breathing and humming, bringing yourself into the question, am I safe and secure to feel myself and my own body? Am I safe and secure in this now moment? Continue breathing. Inviting you into the question if it is safe in your body in this moment. And maybe certain parts of your body feel safer than others. And it is just a practice in acknowledging where you're at right now. There is no correct answer. You're not supposed to be safe. It's not to panic if you don't feel safe. Just to notice, where am I at? And to allow all of it to be just as it is. And I'm going to somatic track. I invite you to stay with your eyes closed, feeling into your body. And I'm going to track my own body. And if you feel something in your body that is similar, just take your awareness to what's happening in your body as I track mine. So notice a little bit of tightness in my chest. And as I name that, I can feel it softening just a little bit. It doesn't go completely. I notice my awareness is at my back, my upper spine. And I notice I feel a little bit stuck here, that I want to be able to feel other parts of my body, but I don't have access. Now I'm aware of my belly as I'm breathing deeper. I notice my eyelids fluttering. And as I sink further into spaciousness, I'm aware. It's like a candle flicker of grief. And there's a very young and tender part that is sobbing. Beautiful. And just breathing into yourself as you hear my words. And notice if anything resonated, if you felt anything was similar in your experience. And I invite you to take a couple of moments now to notice anything that's happening in your own body that I didn't speak to. What's left for you? And do a scan of your body, noticing where's tight and where is open. And where do you keep being drawn to? And stick with either the first thing that came into your mind or the thing that keeps coming back. Where are you most drawn to in your body? Just allow all of your awareness to go there. And be curious and open. Yeah. And invite yourself into the question of, what's here for me? Asking your body what it wants you to know from being in this space. What's here for me? And if it feels good, adding some humming into that question and into that space within yourself. what's here for me, as you create space with the humming, gently humming into that part of you. Beautiful. And then the next invitation is to pour in divine love, divine essence in through the top of your head, allowing yourself to be open to receiving if that feels good. Inviting in a waterfall of sacred light to gently descend onto your head and trickle into your body, around your body, inviting in gentleness, love, compassion, understanding, spaciousness, as that divine waterfall saturates you a little bit more. Allowing that sacred waterfall to wash all the cells, allowing spaciousness to enter so that you can feel your body inviting the essence of your being to fully complete any experience that it hasn't completed. It is safe to feel. It is safe to deepen. And I am working towards being a vessel of divinity and safety for my soul to feel what needs to be felt. Breathing into that. Beautiful. And then finally we will close by honoring sacred space. Thank you to the gate of the East. Allowing transformation, supporting us. Thank you to the gate of the South. For your wisdom and your attunement. Thank you to the gate of the West for empowering and supporting. Thank you to the gate of the North for your life force. And thank you, beautiful Mother Earth. Feminine wisdom, beingness. Thank you, Father Sky. Star brothers, star sisters. Masculine essence. And thank you to the depth of the wisdom of the self. Thank you for the opening of the heart. And take as long as you need to sit in this holy energy. If you have found any sense of peace, sacredness, you are invited to have any words of wisdom with your guides. Notice any impulses in your body. And stay in sacred space, breathing into what is for as long as you need. Beautiful. I'm going to leave you here. When you are ready to come back into the room and back to yourself, the invitation is to just bring your palms of your hands over your eyes and gently open the eyes behind your hands so that you can really slowly come back into your space, giving yourself the holy invitation of gentle emergence, so that your beingness knows that it is safe to feel. You are not being too quick, too soon, too fast, and that you give yourself the gift of slowly emerging, so that you are imprinting this new frequency into yourself for your healing journey. And thank you for being with me.